When Chevy released the 2019 Silverados, you could say most people were underwhelmed, and that was mostly with the interior, though the exterior didn't look that great either.
Tim is the guy that engineered this unbelievable badass truck.
I think what he meant to say there was unbelievably bad truck.
And here we are 5 years later, the interior still looks like crap, so we're going to upgrade that today.
Hey, it still runs. Holy shit, look at that. Finally, I don't have to be embarrassed to drive my friends and family around in this truck anymore.
So with the brand new huge screen we're installing, we're going to finally make this truck look like it came out sometime this century.
You know what this channel needs? What's that? More truck content. Unbelievable. What's next? You're going to put those stupid wheels back on your truck?
Now I know you're thinking, Matt, I don't want to tear apart my truck. I don't want to break my interior trim. I don't want to void my warranty, and I certainly don't want to do any kind of wiring. Well, let me show you just how easy this thing is to install. It's 100% worth it. And it's going to be installed on this 2023 1500. And this is definitely the case of you versus the guy she tells you not to worry about.
Now, hang on a minute. You're trying to tell me that 7 inches isn't enough?
Well, in this particular instance, no. It's not nearly enough. So how are we going to fix this exactly? Well, let me show you. This is AU Car's 15-inch direct replacement radio, and it's simply plug and play. And honestly, the hardest part of the uninstallation of the stock radio is simply getting it unplugged, because there are a lot of connectors back there.
There we go. All right, is that everything? Can we smash this with a sledgehammer? Just make that part of the video. Because it would open with 2023 Chevy interiors suck. Example A, and it's just me smashing this shit out of that on the ground.
With the old stock radio out of the way, we could move on to the fun part.
That was pretty easy to remove. There's probably like 7 or 8 bolts, a whole bunch of pop clips, and then the wiring, pull it out. Good to go. Time to put the new one in.
A few parts have to be removed from the old radio and then reinstalled on the new one, which is really easy with some small torque screws. And these are things like your USB outlets, your 12-volt outlet, and depending on your options, some other switches as well. But overall, the transfer of these parts is super easy and simple. This is Rat Moss. He's not the best mechanic or the best looking mechanic, but he works pretty hard. Unfortunately, his boss constantly leaves oil stains and other fluids on the floor, including this nice, sharp, pointy motor mount.
Oh, something doesn't feel right. If anything similar has happened to you, you can check out Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. An injury similar to that one could be worth millions. And just like the 997 Turbo, which was basically free to rebuild, Morgan & Morgan is free unless you win. And Morgan & Morgan is the biggest for a reason. They win a lot. For example, $12 million in Florida, 34 times the highest insurance offer, and $26 million in Philadelphia, 40 times the highest insurance offer. So if you've ever been seriously injured, your case could be worth millions. And what's great is it only takes a couple minutes to see if you have a case. It's so easy, you can start your claim now at forthepeople.com/Matt Ross. And that's found in the description box or by scanning the QR code on screen.
The only parts left were the vents, which simply unclip and then reclip in the new radio.
All right, there it is. Everything's on there.
With everything transferred to the new radio, it was time for the full install in the truck. You can see just how tiny that old screen looks. There are a lot of wires to connect on this thing, but it is 100% plug and play. There's no splicing of any wires ever. You can always switch back to your factory radio with no repercussions. Now, there are some extra wires that you may or may not choose to use, and we'll get into that a little bit later.
Okay, well, let's just gently, I don't want to install it, I just want to let it sit there. Where are your keys? So, okay, whatever. Hey, it still runs. Holy shit, look at that! Now,
Oh, that's so cool.
oh, that looks so sweet.
This is Android tablet based, so there are a ton of settings you can go through and change, get everything set up just how you want it, and you also have to do that to connect to Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, etc. But we got all that figured out. We updated the unit, and here it is. Got Netflix in here. It's all working perfectly. Dude, that looks sweet.
Yep. And then, so the other cool thing I can do is I can split screen my mapping
Oh, that's sweet.
and like drive while I'm also playing the movie.
You would not never watch a movie while driving, obviously.
No,
Obviously,
that's-
it would
yeah,
just be like
that's-
Spotify or something.
That's illegal.
The unit is fully in, fully mounted, and fully wired, but how does it work? Is it any good? And should you buy one? Look at the inside. Look at the radio.
What do you think?
It looks technologically sophisticated. I like it.
It was like a full, almost computer.
Like before,
I really like
it was what, 7 inches?
it was literally like less than half of the screen.
Some of the additional wiring I was talking about, it comes with USB outlets, which will run into the glove box really cleanly, and that's also where you can put a SIM card if you want. A 4G LTE antenna was run to the windshield, along with the GPS antenna. Yeah, I like this even more than the one that's in my truck. If you guys didn't know, I have one of these units in my 2015 Silverado, and this is a definite upgrade over that. Obviously, it's nicer, newer, and bigger. But this thing is super responsive. As you can see here, everything works on it, and it's an Android tablet. So your apps are almost limitless. You can download nearly anything. Spotify, YouTube, Netflix, you name it, and you can do it. You can even watch really cool YouTubers in the truck while driving.
Yeah, record yourself and
This guy's pretty cool.
I mean, I definitely subscribe to that dude.
it's like seamless. It's like, you know, having a laptop in your house, you know.
It is exactly that, like having a laptop or a tablet that you would use in your house. However, it's in your truck.
I still want to play with it some more, add some more apps to it.
Your possibilities are endless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can. It's just like having a tablet. And I really can't get over just how much better it makes this interior look. And this is a base model truck, and this certainly makes it look like a higher end model. So imagine this thing in a nice high country. It'd be even better.
Everything
This
works
works
now.
just like it should. Then you got all the AC controls here.
I think my AC actually works better now that it's connected to this.
I know some people's concerns will be factory control. Yes, you can still use this just like the factory radio. You can go through all your factory settings and do everything like that because, of course, you don't want to lose that functionality. And as far as climate control, it's all built through the screen as well, and you can also operate it with the knobs and switches that are on the side. So you really have a whole bunch of options. And as far as sound quality, it sounds exactly like the factory radio because it's not replacing any amps or speakers, etc. It's simply plugging in and using what's already there. So, no worries about it sounding like complete garbage. Yeah, this thing's sweet. I'm jealous. I should get a new truck now so I can install one of these. Now, I'd love to report on longevity. Rich has been using this for about a week or so, and he's reported that it's working really, really well. Of course, how's it going to work 2, 3, 4 years from now? Well, that's to be determined, but I'd imagine it'd be like any other tablet out there. If you ever have a problem with it, you can probably just do a factory reset and get everything to work as it should. So this unit is from AU Car, and it's a touch under $1,300. And is it worth it? Absolutely. Not only because it works really well, it looks fantastic, and it's a tablet you can do anything with, but because there's essentially no other options. If you have a small screen in this Chevy Silverado, this is really your only choice to get something bigger, better, brighter, and more useful. So just in that regard, it's absolutely worth it. And I've got a link for this down in the description, guys, and I even have a discount code for you to save a little bit of money. Final words.
Nope. Follow Matt Ross.
So you've had it for a bit. What do you think about it?
It's a game changer. It's a complete game changer.
Perfect.
So very serious question, guys. This honestly has me wanting to get a newer truck, like a 2020 and up Silverado Duramax, mainly because I could swap this radio into it and it looks a lot more modern and nice. So let me know your thoughts. I'd be getting rid of my 2015 and upgrading to a 2020 or newer. Definitely has me intrigued now.